Story: The Wisdom of Baba Ji. First scene: the village lane. This story is set in a small Pakistani village, where an elderly man, whom everyone called Baba Ji, ran a small shop. He was a very wise and kind-hearted person, but some of the village youth mocked him, thinking his ideas were outdated. Second scene: Baba Ji's shop. People often came to Baba Ji's shop for advice because he was full of life experience. However, some young people would tease him and laugh at him. They would say, "Baba Ji, your ideas are old-fashioned. This is a new era." But Baba Ji would always smile and say, "Times may change, but the truth does not." Third scene: the youth's dilemma. One day, a major problem arose in the village. The water in the canal flowing near the village began to decrease, and the fields started drying up. The farmers were worried that if the water didn't return, their crops would be ruined. Fourth scene: Baba Ji's advice. Everyone went to Baba Ji and asked for a solution. Baba Ji said, "This problem is due to our own mistakes. We cut down the trees near the river, which hardened the soil and reduced the water flow. We need to plant trees so that the land can retain water again." Fifth scene: the youth's transformation. For the first time, the youth took Baba Ji's wisdom seriously. Everyone decided to work together to plant trees and clean the canal. After a few months, the water flow improved and the fields became green again. Sixth scene: Baba Ji's respect. Now, the same youth who used to mock Baba Ji began to respect him. They learned that the experience of elders should not be ignored. The entire village was happy, and Baba Ji smiled and said, "See? Wisdom always stays ahead of time." Seventh scene: the celebration of unity. After the success of restoring the canal and reviving the fields, the entire village decided to celebrate their collective effort. A grand feast was organized, and everyone contributed with food, music, and laughter. Baba Ji was honored as the guest of honor, and the villagers thanked him for his wisdom and guidance. The youth, who once mocked him, now stood proudly beside him, acknowledging his invaluable contribution to the village. Eighth scene: a new tradition begins. Inspired by Baba Ji's teachings, the villagers decided to start a new tradition, an annual tree planting festival. Every year, they would come together to plant trees, clean the canal, and strengthen their bond as a community. Baba Ji's wisdom became the foundation of this tradition, ensuring that the village would thrive for generations to come. Ninth scene: Baba Ji's legacy. As time passed, Baba Ji grew older, but his influence only grew stronger. The youth of the village began to document his stories and teachings, preserving them for future generations. Baba Ji's shop became a symbol of wisdom and unity, and people from neighboring villages would visit to seek his advice and learn from his experiences. 10th scene: the passing of the torch. One day, Baba Ji called the village youth to his shop. He handed them a small old book filled with his life lessons and said, "The future of this village lies in your hands. Use this wisdom wisely and never forget the importance of unity and respect for nature." The youth, now mature and responsible, accepted the book with gratitude, promising to carry forward his legacy. 11th scene: the eternal wisdom. Years later, the village had transformed into a thriving green paradise. The trees planted by the villagers had grown tall, and the canal flowed with abundance. Babaji was no longer there, but his teachings lived on in every corner of the village. The annual tree planting festival continued, and his shop remained a place of gathering and learning. The villagers often remembered his words, "Wisdom always stays ahead of time," and they realized that Babaji's wisdom had not only changed their village, but also their lives forever.